Hello guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to do a simple Python coding challenge on strings. This is a beginner level video, and the reason for doing this video is a lot of companies are nowadays moving towards screening the candidates on their technical competencies by giving them some programming challenges. So this would be a very good exercise to do some programming coding challenges. So let's get started. I have a simple coding challenge for today. Now here is our challenge statement. It says create a function that takes a string as input and returns true only if contains letters A and B, and all the occurrences of A happen before all the occurrences of B. Length of the string should be 1 to 100,000. And we are given few examples. So for string A, function returns true. So which means like all the occurrences of A happen before all the occurrences of B. So this is a primary condition that we need to check. And if there is any occurrence of A happen that after occurrence of B, then the function should return false. And if there are only one character in the string, for example, here we see it's all A's, or if it is all B's, then the function should return true. So here we have typically three conditions, but we'll go one by one. So first, let's get started. So I'll open my Python console. So here it is. So I've rewritten my challenge statement here so that you can easily refer without switching to multiple windows. Right. So the ask is to write a function. So let's start off with that, and let's call it string check. We can give it any name. And typically, when we are writing a function, usually it will have a parameter. That's how they'll call automatically from their unit test scripts. They call this function and they test with their input values to validate our function. So definitely it's going to have a input parameter, and this is where we would pass our string, and this string is what we're going to validate with our code. Now let's say, so for first we have to traverse to each character of the string to verify whether it contains letters A and B. So this is the first check we're going to do, whether the string contains A and B or not. So we're going to start say like we're going to open a for loop for each character in the string yes, if character is not equal to A and character is not equal to B, which means it's neither A nor B. So some other character has been passed in the string. So in those cases, it has to return false because the function should accept only characters A and B. So here we're going to return false. Now, what is the second case? Now, let's say, let's take this one. Let's say we have all A's and we have all B's in the string. So the point to check here is from the occurrence of B. So when you are traversing to the string from left to right, all the occurrences of A's are fine. We don't need to worry about. But whenever a B starts in the string, from there we need to check whether there is any A after that B. Now to check that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the concept of having a flag. So this flag is kind of indicator that whenever there is a B in the string, whenever we get to the point of B, we're going to initiate this flag. So if character equals to B, then let's say flag B equals 1. And it's always a good practice to kind of initiate your variables before using them. So I'm going to initiate the flag B to 0. Now the next check is, so we got to the B. Now what happens if there is an A after we pass a B? Then it should return false. And how do we check that? Let's say, so we are looping through the string and we found A. So there is no condition for A, so it's going to keep on looping to the next character, and we found a B. When we find a B, we are setting the flag B to 1. Okay, again it goes through the loop. Next it goes to the next B, still the same, flag B is equal 1, nothing changes. And now when it comes to A, so this is where we need to say the string is invalid and we have to return false. So what is the check we're going to do? So if flag B equals 1 and the current character is A, which means if flag B equals to 1 means, so previously we found a B in the string and now we are at point A. So there is a B that happened before the occurrence of an A, so which makes the string invalid. So here we would return false. Now if it successfully completes the loop, which means it never found or it never came to execute this condition, which means it's going to be a valid string. So at the end we're going to say return true. Oops, return true. All right, so this is a simple method. Now let's see whether we have done it right or not. Now I'm going to save this and I'm going to use a print statement so that we can see is AAABBB a valid string. So I'm just making it more user friendly, and we'll do a string check of AAABBB. So we need to pass that string under single quotes or double quotes to this method so that it will trigger this method, and whatever this method is going to return, it's going to print that value here. So let's see Python challenge 1. I just hit a tab so that it will give me the entire name of the file without me typing everything. Okay. All right, so we get a header here because so everything that is part of this print statement needs to be a string, but what this method is returning is a boolean. So that's the reason we are getting this boolean to string error. So what I'm going to do is I'll use string converter so that we convert this return statement into a string. Okay, we need to have one more and parentheses, we missed it. So yeah, so now we get the result. So is AABBB a valid string, and it returns true. Now let's see if we just copy paste the same thing and we're gonna try for a different string. So first we'll go with whatever they have given here. So AAABBAB, a valid string, and we'll do a couple more so that we can cover all at once. All A's, all B's. So it doesn't matter how many A's you have as long as the string contains only A's, and the same for B. All right, so let's execute this now. I'm just hitting up arrow so that we can go to the previous commands. Perfect. So AAABBB should be true, and the second one should be false. All A's is true, all B's is also true. Now, this is not the end of challenge. Here is where our actual testing and our consistency of the code is tested. What if I don't send anything? So I'm sending a empty string. What if I send an empty string? It's gonna say an empty string is a valid string. But check here. So the length of the string mentioned here should be 1 to 100,000. So if I give any string of length less than 1 or greater than this number, it shouldn't be a valid string. So this is one of the important checks that we need to take care. So how do we do this? So before we traverse to each character of the string, we can have our first check, like if len stands for length of the string equals 0, or length of the string is greater than 100,000, return false. So this is where the actual testing starts. So definitely one of their inputs would be either an empty string or a string which is greater than 100,000 characters. So it could be of all A's and B's, but still if the length is beyond this, then it is not fitting to this criteria. So we have to return false for those kind of strings. Now I save this and run the code again. Now it says like, so empty string is not a valid string. It's a perfect check. Now we have done a very good thing. Like if we send something different, it's going to return false. So if I add some other character, let's say J, and I'll hit J here too. So it will return false for the last string. So yep, it's returning false. So It looks good. Everything looks good. So this is it. This is how we would write our code, especially to fit to the testing criteria. And whenever we are writing these kind of coding challenges, when we are submitting our solution, it's the best way to check or first think about all the possible ways where the function could go wrong and see if those scenarios are addressed by our code. Okay, I hope this video is helpful and got you learn something new about Python. Please share your feedback in the comments, and if you want to know anything more on Python, please share in the comments so that I could come up with those concepts in my future videos. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Please do subscribe to our channel. More videos to come. Thank you.